No, the signatures do not have any legal value. You cannot force a president by signature collection out of his office. I think the significance is more political. We have worked in Egypt very intensively since the revolution, and there has always been a sense of crisis. And I think that sense has reached fever pitch again. And the 16 million signatures are probably a symptom of that. If I talk to our partner organization these days, they really feel that their country is sinking. And we are in year 3 of the post-Mubarak era, 1 year after the president was installed. And there's still a sense that the country is not getting to any calm and any stability.
Who then would be legally entitled to unseat the president?
Well, according to the current constitution, you have very narrow possibilities for impeachment, the way we know it from the United States. But that wouldn't even work now because there's no lower house of parliament that would be in charge of such an action. So a legal challenge to the president currently would be very difficult, I think.
So what role does the military play in this process?
Well, I think we should remember that the military managed this transition after the fall of Mubarak. There was a military council, and the longer it was in office, the more people disliked it, and they were quite happy when the military council left last summer. So I think the council or the military is not too eager on returning to the political limelight because they haven't had such a good time there. But I do feel if instability gets out of any bounds, if the chaos spreads, there may be a point where the military says we have to save this nation and we now step in.
Now, Morsi's made a lot of mistakes, hasn't he, since he took office a year ago?
Yes, I think we have to acknowledge that he was dealt a very difficult hand 1 year ago. He had a lot of opposition against him, not only the political parties that are on the right of his party and on the left of his party, but also the judges who are relatively hostile to him and the military council who was still in place. And the economy was in shatters. He then moved the military council back. He retired these generals and did that quite successfully. He mediated in the Gaza crisis and got some international recognition from that. And after that, I feel he overplayed his hand to a degree, and he rushed through a constitution. He declared himself immune. He presented a cabinet that was very narrow and partisan. And I think on the way, he lost a lot of support. We have been saying from the beginning that especially the constitution making has to be inclusive. Otherwise, the constitution will not bring any stability. And I think that's what we see being played out here now. I think such a transition you can compare to a muddy road, driving a car on a muddy road. If you go too slow, you get stuck. But if you go too fast, you may just skid off the road. And I feel this is the risk that we are seeing now. He was driving too fast.